Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome to our very first episode of Ever Wellness Mindful Living. Our main aim is to share with you the most helpful material that will lead you to create more meaningful life experiences for you and the people around you. In today's episode, we'll look at ways that different life changes and transitions affect children. I will later share with you 5 steps that you can take to help your children cope with big changes in seasons of life. This will help raising children who can cope better with the changes that life brings along as they go through the journey of life. We all have come across this saying that change is inevitable. Change is also good. However, children deal with change differently from adults. Research shows that children are more adaptable to change than adults, perhaps because they haven't created as many memories to identify with as adults have, and therefore have little to detach from when dealing with change. Even with this knowledge, we need to acknowledge that these changes can be a real source of stress and anxiety for children of all ages if we fail to take the necessary steps to prepare them. What might seem like a small change to an adult might have a huge impact on a child. This is why we need to empower children with skills to handle change regardless of how small they might appear from our perspective. These changes can vary from moving to a new house, welcoming a sibling, joining a new school, or even moving up a grade in school. And these changes are as real as relocating to a new city or parents going through separation or divorce. Here are 5 things that you can do to help your child cope with these big changes better. The first step is to talk about it. Immediately the ultimate decision that brings the change is made, and then it's time to start having a conversation with your children about it. This discussion is life-changing, and therefore put away all distractions and talk with your children, seeking to address any questions or fears that they might have, taking note not to dismiss any of their concerns. If you're moving to a new home, explain to them when and what to do to prepare for the change and offer your presence and support when they need you. If you're expecting a new child, explain to the child, regardless of how little they are, that they are about to have a sibling. This helps to prepare the child psychologically and emotionally, and also builds up the excitement and anticipation for the new baby. If there's an imminent separation or divorce, once the decision is final, talk to the children about this change that's about to happen and offer the reassurance of your support. You should never share with your children your thoughts or contemplations of leaving your partner unless they are old enough to understand the complexities of adult relationships. This usually is when they're adults themselves. The weight of unstable adult relationships is yours to carry and not your child's. Step 2. Involve them in decision making. Some people feel that children have no business participating in household decisions. However, we have to remind ourselves that out of these children will become adults who have to stand on their own someday and need to build up skills and confidence to make smart choices. It goes without saying why we have so many adults who can't either make up their minds independently, or if they do, they find it really hard to stick with the decisions when the going gets tough. We all know without persistence, one can only end up achieving mediocre outcomes in life. Once you've narrowed down to 2 houses, for instance, if you're moving from one home to another, then it's time to bring the children in to see the 2 places. You might want to have clear differences between your 2 houses and some non-negotiable facilities like differences in sizes of yard, or proximity to schools and parks. It all depends on individual family. Explain to the children why you are inclined to one house and not the other. If you're unable to do this, a simple decision like letting them pick the color of their room or the furniture in their room helps a child feel like they are a valued part of the decision making. It gives them a feeling of control in determining the outcome of their lives and not making them feel like a prop that you move from one house to another. A sense of belongingness is one of the most fundamental needs of every child, and this act will go a long way. The third step you can take is to tour the new place together. If you're moving to a new house within the same locality, take a drive around the neighborhood several times together with your children. As you do so, identify places that you might be able to visit when you move and places they might go to play once they relocate. If you're moving schools, ask the management if you can take the children on a tour to the new school before the date they are intended to start. You will be surprised at the kindness of management. Some will let your children sit in class or for an activity if you asked. This helps children and gives them the reassurance there's nothing to worry about. And also, it gives them a chance to create in their minds some level of expectations for when they finally move. The fourth step is maintain regular routines at home. Children thrive with predictable routines. In fact, a 2016 research in University at Albany found that individuals who grow up with predictable daily routines are more likely to be better with time management and have better attention to detail skills as adults. Consistent bedtime rituals, consistent meal times, participation in hobbies and other activities they love can help them feel like their lives are predictable and therefore provide a sense of security even in the midst of real life changes. You can enforce going back to a normal life routines as soon as possible after moving to a new home or city. Also, re-enrolling them in their extracurricular activity as soon as you move to the new environment and keeping checking with them what is important to them will be very helpful. Last but not least, provide a safe place to call home for your child. You want your child to feel safe and secure at all times, and the foundation of this is the home environment. Provide a feeling of security that the child will know that there's always one structure that will support them through the motions of life, and this is their family. If nothing else is working out, this is the fundamental source of grounding and connectedness that is necessary for a child to thrive in life. Ultimately, what really matters for children is that they come home to a safe and secure place, predictable environment, and as a parent, you have the responsibility to provide this to your children. I hope this helps you to prepare your little ones for any changes that may come along your parenting journey. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found this video interesting, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification, and you will be alerted every time we post a new video. Until next time, this is your home of mindful living. Bye for now.